Countries with no official languages. An official language, also called a state language, is a language given a special status in a particular country, state, or other jurisdiction. Typically, a country's official language refers to the language used in government, judiciary, legislature, administration. The term official language does not typically refer to the language used by the people or country, but its government. 178 countries of the world recognize an official language, 101 of them recognizing more than one. The government of Italy made Italia official only in 1999, and some other nations, such as the United States, have never declared official languages at the national level. Other nations have declared non-indigenous official languages. The Philippines and parts of Africa live with a peculiar cultural paradox. Although the official languages may be French or English, these are not the languages mostly widely spoken by those countries' residents. Another interesting twist on official language can be found in the Republic of Ireland. Though Irish is only spoken by a small proportion of people, it is actually the state's first official language. English, the spoken language of the majority, is the second official language. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't get to miss out on our subsequent videos. An official language that is also an indigenous language is called endoglossic. One that is not indigenous is exoglossic. By this, the country aims to protect the indigenous languages, although at the same time recognizing the English language as its lingua franca. According to an undated chart by the American pro-English only organization known as US English, 178 countries have an official language at the national level. Among those, English is the most common with 67 nations giving it official status. French is second with 29 countries, Arabic is third with 26 countries, and Spanish is fourth with 21 countries. Portuguese is the official language of 10 countries, and German is official in 6. However, some countries like Australia, United Kingdom, and the United States have no official language recognized as such at the national level. Watch on as we bring to you a list of countries with no official languages. Number 1. Australia. Australia, officially the Commonwealth of Australia, is a sovereign country comprising the mainland of the Australian continent, the island of Tasmania, and numerous smaller islands. It is the largest country in Oceania and the world's 6th largest country by total area. Its population of nearly 26 million is highly urbanized and heavily concentrated on the eastern seaboard. Australia's capital is Canberra and its largest city is Sydney. The country's other major metropolitan areas are Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, and Adelaide. Although Australia has no official language, English is the de facto national language. Australian English is a major variety of the language with a distinctive accent and lexicon, and differs slightly from other varieties of English in grammar and spelling. Generally, Australian serves as a standard dialect. Although, according to the 2016 census, English is the only language spoken in the home for 72.7% of its population. The next most common languages spoken at home are Mandarin 2.5%, Arabic 1.4%, Cantonese 1.2%, Vietnamese 1.2%, and Italian 1.2%. Considerable proportion of first and second generation migrants are bilingual. Over 250 indigenous Australian languages are thought to have existed at the time of first European contact, of which fewer than 20 are still in daily use by all age groups. About 110 others are exclusively spoken by older people. At the time of the 2006 census, 52,000 indigenous Australians, representing 12% of the indigenous population, reported that they spoke an indigenous language at home. Australia has a sign language known as Auslan, which is the main language of about 10,112 deaf people who reported that they spoke Auslan language at home in the 2016 census. Number 2. Eritrea. Eritrea is a northeast African country on the Red Sea coast. It shares borders with Ethiopia, Sudan, and Djibouti. The capital city, Asmara, is known for its Italian colonial buildings like St. Joseph's Cathedral, as well as Art Deco structures. Italian, Egyptian, and Turkish architecture in Massawa reflect the port city's colorful history. Notable buildings here include St. Mariam's Cathedral and the Imperial Palace. Eritrea is a multilingual country. The nation has no official language, as the constitution establishes the equality of all Eritrean languages. Eritrea has 9 national languages, which are Tigrinya, Tiger, Afar, Beja, Bilen, Kunama, Nara, and Saho. Tigrinya, Arabic, and English serve as the de facto working languages, with English used in university education and many technical fields, while Italian, the former colonial language, holds no government-recognized status in Eritrea. It is spoken by fewer monolinguals, and Asmara has Scolo Italian di Asmara, a long-running Italian government-operated school. Also, native Eritreans assimilated the language of the Italian Eritreans and spoke a version of Italian mixed with many Tigrian words, Eritrean Italian. Tigrian serves as the de facto language of national identity, with 2,540,000 of a total speaking population of 5,254,000 in 2006. It is the most widely spoken language, particularly in the southern and central parts of Eritrea. Most of the languages spoken in Eritrea belong to the Ethiopian Semitic branch of the Afro-Asiatic family. Smaller groups also speak other Afro-Asiatic languages, such as the newly recognized Dalit and Arabic. Number 3. United States. The US is a country of 50 states covering a vast swath of North America, with Alaska in the northwest and Hawaii extending the nation's presence into the Pacific Ocean. Major Atlantic coast cities are New York, a global finance and culture center, and capital Washington, D.C. Midwestern metropolis Chicago is known for influential architecture, and on the West Coast, Los Angeles, Hollywood is famed for filmmaking. English, especially American English, is the de facto national language of the United States. Although there is no official language at the federal level, some laws such as the U.S. naturalization requirements standardized English, and most states have declared English as the official language. 3 states and 4 U.S. territories have recognized locals or indigenous languages in addition to English, including Hawaii, Hawaiian, Alaska, 20 native languages, South Dakota, Sioux, American Samoa, Samoan, Puerto Rico, Spanish, Guan, Chamorro, and the Northern Mariana Islands, Carolinian, and Chamorro. In Puerto Rico, Spanish is most widely spoken than English. According to the American Community Survey, in 2010, some 229 million people out of the total US population of 208 million spoke only English at home. More than 37 million people spoke Spanish at home, making it the second most commonly used language in the United States. Other languages spoken at home by 1 million people or more include Chinese, 2.8 million, Tagalog, 1.6 million, Vietnamese, 1.4 million, French, 1.3 million, Korean, 1.1 million, and German, 1 million. The most widely taught foreign languages in the United States in terms of enrollment numbers from kindergarten through university undergraduate education are Spanish, around 7.2 million students, French, 1.5 million, and German, 500,000. Other commonly taught languages include Latin, Japanese, American Sign Language, Italian, and Chinese. 18% of all Americans claim to speak both English and another language. Number 4. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, made up of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, is an island nation in northwestern Europe, England, the birthplace of Shakespeare and the Beatles. It is home to the capital, London, a globally influential center of finance and culture. England is also site of Neolithic Stonehenge, Bath's Roman Spa, and centuries-old universities at Oxford and Cambridge. The UK's de facto official language is English. It is estimated that 95% of the UK's population are monolingual English speakers. 5.5% of the population are estimated to speak languages brought to the UK as a result of relatively recent immigration. South Asian languages are the largest grouping, which includes Punjabi, Urdu, Bengali, Sylheti, Hindi, and Gujarati. According to the 2011 census, Polish has become the second largest language spoken in England and has 546,000 speakers. In 2019, some 750,000 people spoke little or no English. 3 indigenous Celtic languages are spoken in the UK: Welsh, Irish, and Scottish Gaelic. Cornish, which became extinct as the first language in the late 18th century, is subject to revival efforts and has a small group of second language speakers. In the 2011 census, approximately 1/5 of the population of Wales said they could speak Welsh, an increase from the 1991 census. In addition, it is estimated that about 200,000 Welsh speakers live in England. In the same census in Northern Ireland, 167,487 people, that's 10.4%, stated that they've had some knowledge of Irish, almost exclusively in the nationalist, mainly Catholic population. Over 92,000 people in Scotland, just around 2% of the population, had some Gaelic language ability, including 72% of those living in the Outer Hebrides. The number of children being taught either Welsh or Scottish Gaelic is increasing. Among immigrant descendant populations, some Scottish Gaelic is still spoken in Canada, principally Nova Scotia and Cape Breton Island, and Welsh in Patagonia, Argentina. Scots, a language descended from early Northern Middle English, has limited recognition alongside its regional variants, Ulster Scots in Northern Ireland, without specific commitments to protection and promotion. It is compulsory for pupils to study a second language up to the age of 14 in England. French and German are the most 2 common languages taught second to English and Scotland. All pupils in Wales are either taught Welsh as a second language up to age 16 or are taught in Welsh as a first language. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do well to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, share with your friends, subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent videos.